Hi, my loves. Welcome to your reading. If you've already seen the title, then you probably know exactly why you're here today. We're going to dive into a general collective reading and see what's currently unfolding for you, what energy is surrounding the collective, and what messages Spirit wants to bring forward. As always, please remember to use your own intuition. Take whatever resonates with you personally and gently leave behind whatever doesn't. This is a shared reading, so some parts may feel like they're speaking directly to you, while other parts may be meant for someone else. For today's session, we're starting off with the astrology cards to get a sense of the overall cosmic energy and find out what's moving in the skies that might be influencing the collective right now. Then we'll flow into what the universe wants you to be aware of today, guidance, clarity, or confirmations that may help you on your path. All right, collective. Let's get into this energy because wow, fifth house popping up first. So yes, we're talking romance, dating, passion, and yes, even that smexual energy. I knew it. I was about to say it before the card even showed itself. And then Sagittarius energy shows up, which just amplifies the adventurous, fiery vibes. Let's keep pulling because this is getting interesting. Now we've got Aries in the mix. Oh my gosh, there is so much passion here. What is going on, collective? Is this turning into an 18+ reading? I don't know, but Sagittarius keeps showing up, so we'll see where this goes. And listen, if a sextile card comes out, I'm gone. I'm warning you now. Then we see Chiron, the wounded healer. Okay, so this is telling me that whoever this person is, they may have had a bit of a colorful or adventurous past. Let's call it that. With Sagittarius and Chiron combined, this is someone who's probably lived very freely, maybe experimented a lot, but there's also some kind of wound behind that. Now, when Aries comes through alongside the first house, it's giving me this strong sense of someone who is highly attracted to you, like they cannot get you out of their head. But here's the thing, even with all that fire and desire, I feel like they've actually been holding back. They want this connection with you, not just romantically, but physically. Yet something has stopped them from jumping in. And then, here comes the 10 of Cups. Wow. Collective, somebody here is straight up fantasizing about you. Your looks, your body, your energy, all of it. You are the complete package to this person, almost like their dream come true. It's giving Fantasyland vibes, but in a way that feels very real to them. At the bottom of the deck, the Fool. This person is on the edge of taking a leap, like head over heels, 0 to 100 energy. And behind that, the King of Cups. So not only is there passion and desire, but there are deep emotions brewing here too. This isn't just physical attraction, though that's definitely strong. This feels like someone who's about ready to risk it all for you. So this is Chiron, right? And you already know, Chiron is that energy that points to our wounds, but also to where we have the most potential to grow. And honestly, that's what's happening here. I feel like this person is in the middle of some kind of transformation. Before, they might have been all about desire, all about the physical, like leading with their wand, so to speak. But now it feels like they're actually growing a heart. They're catching feelings. And that is not typical for this person at all. There's this energy of restraint too. Yes, they really want to be all over you, but they're holding back because it's deeper this time. It's not just lust, it's emotions, and it's confusing for them because they're not used to this. For some of you, this feels really specific, almost like Spirit wants you to know exactly what's going on. So let's dig into why Chiron is here. We've got the Lovers. Hello? That's confirmation right there. This connection is different. This is not surface level. Then we've got the 5 of Wands and the High Priestess. So here's the thing. They're not openly talking about all this. They're keeping it hidden, maybe even battling themselves internally. For some, there could even be old habits or addictions that play into this. Maybe something tied to intimacy, maybe even porn, maybe escapism of some kind. Again, I'm not here diagnosing anyone. Just reading the energy. But you get the idea. This is someone who has wrestled with those shadowy patterns. And if I'm honest, I could totally see them carrying a Chiron in Sagittarius or Scorpio. That kind of placement would make sense here. Wounds tied to passion, intimacy, even transformation. And the wild part? They actually want to change. We've got Death showing up behind the High Priestess, along with the Nine of Pentacles. So, it's like you sparked something in them. You've been the catalyst for their healing, whether you realize it or not. You stirred up emotions in them they usually bury. Now they've caught real feelings for you, and that is throwing them for a loop. Normally, they wouldn't even go there. But with you, everything is different. Okay, Sagittarius, let's pull on that and see why it's here. It's the Sun and the Knight of Cups showing up here. And listen, this person cannot hold back much longer. They are giving into this connection, submitting, in a way, because with you it's different. They want to explore this. Explore you, explore your body, but it's not just physical. They don't want to come in as their old self, the one you might know by reputation or history. No, with you, they want to do this right. It feels very much like for a lot of you, you haven't actually been with this person yet. Not in that way. And I say that because at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Wands paired with the Four of Cups. That right there tells me they're holding themselves back, resisting that urge to just rush in with passion, because they're consciously trying to approach this differently. If you've been sitting there wondering why they haven't made a move yet, especially if you kind of know their past patterns, it's because you're not just another situation for them. You're different. And because you're different, they're treating this connection differently. I honestly love this energy. It feels like a genuine shift, like a storyline change up from what we usually see. So let's dive deeper into the tarot and find out more. What exactly are this person's plans? What are their true intentions here? What's going on with them right now from their point of view toward the collective? 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords. See how that's sequential? This person is actively moving away from sabotaging behaviors, from the patterns that used to trip them up in the past. It's like Spirit is literally showing us growth in motion. And this isn't just random growth. It's because of you. You've been the catalyst. You've stirred something in them that makes them want to be better. Now, we've got the King of Wands showing up, and here's the thing. Yes, they're growing, but that doesn't erase their fire. That passion is still there. They just want to direct it toward you in the right way this time. This isn't reckless desire, it's focused. And collective, I swear I'm recording this around 10:14, and that number might be significant for somebody out there. Honestly, this whole energy feels like a late-night confession type of read. It's that raw, more fire energy is flooding through, and oh my goodness, this person is having such a hard time holding back. Why is the King of Wands here? 9 of Swords, Judgment, 8 of Wands. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. You've made this person call judgment on themselves. You've made them look back at who they used to be and go, what the hell was I even doing before? They're literally embarrassed of their old self, and now they're restless, losing sleep, thinking of you. They've never felt this intensity before. That judgment card is heavy. They've decided. They want to communicate. They want to move this forward. The 8 of Wands says, I can't sit in this energy anymore. I need to act. And the wild part is, they're kind of in awe of themselves. Like, they don't even recognize the way they're operating now compared to the past. That's the shift. That's the transformation happening in real time. Let's dig a little deeper into that 6 of Swords, because if they're moving away from the 5, there's something powerful happening in that transition. The Wheel, they're ready to move forward. This feels like the start of a brand new chapter in their life. They're stepping into growth, and it's undeniable that this connection has been the catalyst for that. Wow, I love this for them. Let's keep going. Now, with the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups, there's this heavy reflection on their past. They're disappointed in themselves, really looking back at their old behaviors with regret. But here's the thing. They had to go through that in order to learn, and you've been the mirror that helped them see clearly. They don't view themselves the same anymore. The moment they think about how they used to operate, they slip right into that 5 of Cups energy. Grief, shame, wishing they had done things differently. And notice this. We have the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups showing up, double 5s. That's powerful. 5 to 5, 5 energy is all about transformation, major change, evolution. This person is changing at their core. Let's clarify. Why is the 5 of Swords here? We've got the 10 of Pentacles. See, for many of them, commitment wasn't even on their radar before. They weren't looking to settle down. They weren't looking to get serious. They wanted to keep their options open. But not anymore. That perspective is shifting. And when we pull on the Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers shows up. Because of you. This is huge. It even wanted to come out in reverse, which for me speaks to their old ways. Keeping options, not choosing, avoiding depth. That's who they were. But they don't want that anymore. They're realizing that version of themselves isn't who they are at their soul level. They've changed. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Wands and the Hanged Man, both screaming perspective shift. Their vision of what they want in life, in love, has been completely flipped, and it's because of you. Now let's look at the Six of Swords, clarified by the Nine of Wands. This has been a long journey for them. They've fought themselves, resisted this transformation, resisted catching feelings because it's outside of their norm, outside of their old identity. And yet, here they are. Even the 6 and 9 energy here gives that sensual undertone, this push and pull between desire and vulnerability. It's like they've been carrying this weight, this inner conflict for so long. But they're moving forward. Now, finally allowing change to happen. Why the King of Wands? I'm really getting that it's tied straight into the Lovers. Okay, so here's what I'm feeling. Before you came along, this person was just out there doing their thing, moving how they usually move, kind of stuck in their own patterns. But no other connection, nobody else, was ever going to snap them out of that cycle. You were the catalyst. You were the spark that woke them up, that triggered them to finally start healing those core wounds that shaped the way they used to operate. More Gemini energy coming through. This Lovers card is strong here. It's fiery, magnetic, almost undeniable. And then, look, the Devil flipped with the 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Moon. This is deep. It's like you've shaken this person to their core. They're questioning everything, how they've lived, how they've loved, what they've been prioritizing, and now, instead of running, they want to build. They want something solid, something real, something that actually means something with you. But the thing is, they're not saying all of this just yet. It's stirring inside them, but their lips are still sealed. 8 of Cups with the Knight of Swords. Wow. They're walking away from old ways, old cycles, old habits that don't serve them anymore. This feels like a full 180. For some of you, Capricorn energy is really heavy here, like they've been chained to certain behaviors, and now they're breaking free. Then we've got the Wheel with the 7 of Swords. This is huge. They're tired of it. Tired of living in half-truths, tired of running, tired of sabotaging their own happiness. And if you look at the sequence, 5, 6, 7 of Swords, it's a progression. Almost like Spirit is showing us step by step how they're outgrowing this way of being. They're done. They're exhausted by the old version of themselves. So, what's happening now? They're surrendering. They're giving into this connection and the way it makes them feel. It's new. It's unfamiliar. And yes, they're nervous. They don't know if they can fully pull this off. But here's the difference. This time, it's coming from a deeper place. A place of wanting more out of life, wanting more for themselves, and most importantly, wanting it with you. 5 of Cups. Why is that here? 4 of Swords. They had to heal, okay? They had to sit in that 5 of Cups energy for a while, and honestly, it feels like they couldn't have avoided it. For some of you, I'm getting that you might have met this person. Maybe things started out kind of casual or surface level, and you weren't really feeling it. You might have turned them down or even walked away, and that could have been the exact thing that triggered this deeper reflection in them. Almost like your boundary or your no was the mirror they needed. So if this is a past person for you, yeah, you were the catalyst. You triggered that healing. That 5 of Cups, the regret, the grief over how they used to operate, that's what cracked them open. Now they're looking back like, what the hell was I even doing? Why did I act that way? Why was I settling? For less? There's a lot of self-awareness flooding in, a lot of shame or regret tied to past choices, but also this strong desire for a major shift. 7 of Swords, clarified by the Star, the Hierophant, and the Magician. Here's the thing. They haven't fully told you this yet. For a lot of them, They've already experienced this inner change, this awakening, but they've managed to hold it back. They feel this is so spiritual with you, like this connection is unlike anything they've touched before. It's like you've been the light, star energy, shining on the parts of themselves they'd hidden. I'm looking at this Aquarius energy and thinking, before you, they were kind of going nowhere, even if they thought they were doing fine. Now it's like their whole perspective has shifted. They actually want a future now. They want to manifest something real. And the big thing here, they don't want you to ever feel like you're just an option or just another passing connection. They want to show you that this is more than casual, more than just physical. Tell me about the 10 of Pentacles, the Devil. They had this ingrained belief, almost a resistance when it came to committing, something about locking it down, making it official, that used to trigger them. And honestly, that goes back to the wounding, right? We're circling. Back to that Chiron energy showing up with Sagittarius here. It feels like the whole commitment thing was tied to some deep-seated wound. With the 5 of Swords, it shows how short-sighted that mindset was. It was self-sabotage at its core. But here's the thing, I can't make this up. We've got the World at the bottom of the deck, and that's major. Remember, the 10 of Pentacles is basically the minor arcana world, so this is huge collective. Add in the Ace of Swords, and we're seeing clarity, truth, a breakthrough. This person is starting to wake up. They want more now. Something about you has shifted them. You've been the mirror, the catalyst, and because of that, they're healing. Like, actively healing, and I love this energy because it's not just surface-level change. It feels like they're beginning to get it, really taking responsibility, practicing self-control, acknowledging their shadow side instead of running from it. That's the hard work, the actual inner work, and it looks like they're genuinely putting effort in because of this connection. So, yes, you were a trigger for transformation here. Now, when we look at the wheel clarifying the 5 of Swords, it's all about change again. If this person was deceptive before, if they were operating like a player, if they had all those unhealthy patterns, that cycle is shifting. This is someone who's learning from their past instead of repeating it. And again, I'll say this. Use your discernment. Not every person comes back changed, and free will always applies. But the specific energy I'm picking up here is someone who has actually done the work. They're coming back around with fire, with passion, with the drive to give this a real shot this time. 8 of Pentacles with the 7 of Wands. This is someone who really has been putting in the work on themselves, collective. They've been determined, pushing through their own resistance, really trying to grow and prove to themselves that they can change. So, what's next for them? What are they planning toward you? 4 of Wands. Yeah, I said it. They're ready to marry your ass. I'm not even joking. They want it all. Sure, they want that physical union too. And trust me, the desire is not going anywhere. But they're willing to wait if they have to, because what they want here is bigger than just passion. They want the whole package. Now, this 4 of Wands isn't casual energy. This is reunion or first-time solid union, but either way, it's serious. As I'm saying that, we've got the 9 of Wands, the Sun, the 3 of Wands, and the Hermit. This person has sat with this for a long time, long and heart, and I emphasize that. They've reflected, they've gone inward, and now they're done just thinking about it. They're ready to act. It feels like they're preparing to court you, collective. Not just chase, not just flirt, but court you properly. Show you in. Real ways that they're serious this time, especially if you've seen their past and know how they used to operate. They know they can't just come at you with the same old energy. They've made up their mind, clear as day, you're their future. The Sun here confirms it, and they're stepping into that vision. So yeah, strong message here tonight. Somebody's person is gearing up to take this connection to the next level. No more hesitation, no more half in. They're ready. All right, my loves, I'll leave this message here. Let me know if this resonated down below, and if you're enjoying the readings. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, talk soon. Bye for now.